Hi, I'm Chris James, and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today, we're going to be tackling the question, is vomiting normal on a water fast? Stay tuned.
We're missing a piece of the puzzle. You start getting healthy and you just become a better person. We need to start focusing more on the individual.
All right, y'all. So really quick, if you enjoyed my videos, please hit that like button. So I wanted to do this video literally talking about, is vomiting normal on a water fast, because I get this question so often. And I'm just going to use this as a reference for people who ask me. When they ask me, I'm just going to send them this video. So here's the deal. When you fast, there are many detox symptoms that come along with it. Depending on your level of understanding of what detox symptoms are, how they work, you may or may not feel like vomiting should be a detox symptom, but essentially it is. And I'm going to do my best to kind of break down some of the different ways this happens. So number one, if you're dealing with a gut flora imbalance, if you've got a gut bacteria imbalance, whether it's you've got high levels of bacteria that are out of whack, or low levels of bacteria that are out of whack, you could possibly experience vomiting on your fast, because when you start fasting, right, all the body is doing is moving towards that state of homeostasis. It's harmony. So if you've got a high, if you've got a whole bunch of extra bacteria in there that doesn't need to be in there, when that stuff starts dying off and releasing, different gases and different things in your body, it can actually upset your stomach and cause you to have a violent reaction. And obviously you're expelling all of that excess waste and toxicity. Keep in mind that vomiting is not a bad thing. All vomiting is your body's violent reaction to expelling something from your system. So whatever's in your system needs to get out very quickly. And so the body just like, getting it out. Okay, boom. Think about it. Anytime that you've ever had, vomited, right? You feel really ill. Maybe your mouth starts watering and you feel really, really sick, and you vomit, and then almost instantly you feel better. You might not feel 100%. Sometimes that happens too, but you feel better. Why? Because your body is expelling something that shouldn't have been in there. So while, yes, it is scary, it is nerve-wracking, and it can be very annoying to be experiencing vomiting on your fast, keep in mind, it is your body's intelligent response to expelling toxicity from itself, and that's a good thing. If you are vomiting multiple times throughout the day, that there may be some caution that you need to take with this, because obviously we're losing liquid, we're losing fluids every time we vomit. We're making our esophagus, our throat, our teeth, and things, we're making them more raw and more raw because they're coming in contact with the stomach acid. And so we want to be cautious that if we're vomiting, far too frequently, then we either need to look at if possibly we're ingesting something that's causing us to vomit, which it could be water. It could be water, and it could be because of the type of water you're drinking. It could be the type of water you're drinking, or it just could be that water is just not what your body wants right now, and so you need to stop drinking water. So I know that I talk about making sure to get a gallon of water in when you're doing your fast, but if you're vomiting and you're noticing that every time you vomit, it's because you've just drank some water, go ahead and stop drinking the water. Give your body a chance to calm down, relax, whatever it needs to do, and then you could pick up water again either the next day or later on in that evening. And then obviously you want to start sipping. You want to sip slowly and just give your body a chance to tell you if it's ready for water or not. If you're not eating anything and you're not noticing any correlation between water and the vomiting, you're not consuming herbs, you're not consuming any medication, okay? Because if you're consuming medication with your fast, that could certainly be causing the vomiting. But if none of those things are at play, you're literally doing a pure water fast and you're vomiting excessively, then I would have you consider breaking your fast. Now, you don't have to break your fast by having a full meal. You could literally break your fast by having some fresh squeezed juice. Okay, so you put some fresh squeezed juice on your stomach. You see how that feels. Now, some people are sensitive to fresh squeezed juice. So it depends on what your body is going through at the time. That might not be a good option. So maybe eating some high water content food is a better option. Okay, we have to be smart about it. I can't speak to every individual instance in a video like this. I do offer consultations where we can really work through what you're specifically experiencing, and we can outline plans and strategies and things that are very specific to you. But on the videos, I have to be a little bit more general, right? So it may be a good idea to break your fast if you're vomiting and it's excessively. You could break it with high water content foods. All right. Now, another reason you could be vomiting on your fast is because you could actually be getting backed up fecal matter in your stomach, and that can cause vomiting. Now, obviously, it's really hard to know one way or the other without testing what's causing the vomiting to happen. But depending on how frequently it's happening, as I mentioned earlier, there's different steps you could take to deal with it over time, though, right? So understanding that it is part of the body's healing process. It's nothing to be worried about necessarily. Over time, if you just stick with it, you will find that the vomiting will begin to subside. It's not something that's going to happen on every single fast all the time. If you are finding that it is happening on every fast all the time, then I would urge you to look at things from a different perspective. We may need to actually look at implementing some strategies prior to your fast, to help keep you from having this reaction on your fast. One good alternative would be doing the liver and gallbladder flushes. It's really one of my go-tos because it covers so many of the bases. So if you have been doing multiple fasts and you are experiencing vomiting all the time, then you might want to look at incorporating liver and gallbladder flushes in your health regimen. Another way to avoid vomiting when you're fasting is to start prepping, right? A lot of times we don't prep for our fasts. So if you are one of these people, maybe, and then you don't prep, if you know you're not prepping, maybe it's time to start prepping. Start prepping for the fast and see how that affects your vomiting. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, there's a couple different ways we can kind of attack this. These are actually some of the things I break down in the Fasting Academy. So, a lot of people have been asking me, well, what's different from the Fasting Academy and da 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 da. Well, when I talk about a topic like this on the Fasting Academy, I break it down and I expand on it, and I give you guys a lot of different options to help it make sense for you. And, it's all very easily to find. You don't have to search around YouTube for different videos. So that's definitely one of the benefits of joining the Fasting Academy. Also, if you guys are doing these fasts and experiencing vomiting, one other thing that you could try before we go, you could try smoothies, right? So instead of doing juice fasting or your pure water fasting or whatever, you could actually try juice smoothies and see how you do with that. But like I said, there's a lot of different options that you could try. If you guys need more help, you could reach out to me personally. Like I said earlier, I do consultations. I've got the Fasting Academy. I've got a lot of resources that are available for you guys. And it's all affordable. It's all really easy to access. And of course, I've got tons of videos here on YouTube. If you guys enjoy my content, please hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. It is my focus to start doing more live videos, especially now that I've got a better setup going on. I can actually do the live videos, give better quality. So I'm going to be doing the live videos more often. If you hit the notification bell, at least you'll be notified when the lives come out. You can also join the newsletter, and I typically will, throw a post out there on the newsletter to let you guys know, hey, I'm going live. You can catch it live and ask questions live. All right. So with all that being said, hope you enjoyed this video once again. And as always, the application of knowledge is power, and I will see you all next time.